All right, how's it going out there, folks? Welcome back here to a Sunday night. End of the weekend is upon us here. It's about 10:15 p.m. California time. December 22nd, 2024. Here is the date. Latest activity shows a 5.9 earthquake coming into the Cuba area. Pretty decent size earthquake here into the little subduction zone here between the Caribbean and the North American plate. Been a while since we've had any larger activity like that out there, but it looks like some movement coming in right now in this area. It has been reviewed by a seismologist at a depth here of 22.2 kilometers there into the area of Cuba. Now, they historically have they've had a little bit of activity out here. Well, let me give a quick glance here what we got for movement in the area. Go back to last. We can just go back and check out, see if they've got any big earthquake potential out there. Right around the Cuba area. I know it's a little subduction zone that sits out here around the Cayman Islands area. And no doubt that can see some large earthquake activity. Let's check it out here real quick. See what we got. Not a lot, but we got 15 earthquakes here with the most recent large earthquake back in 2020. Well, this year. That was back in November. I was going to say back in 2024, but we're still in 2024 here. Prior to that, 2020, it looks like a 6.1, 7.7 along that area of the Cayman Trench back in 2020. So that's a decent sized earthquake. But for now, 5.9 coming into this area. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. West Coast activity, well, a handful of earthquakes out here. Looks like Nevada is starting to kick back up in terms of aftershock sequences there from that 5.7 a couple weeks back. Little earthquake underneath Lake Tahoe. The Cascadia subduction zone up here. A couple smaller earthquakes throughout the day. A quick glance at the tremor map here tonight shows 0 epicenters after a pretty decent spell of tremor activity here. But last 3 days, it looks like things are on the 0 side. Nothing major going on there. Up in Alaska, of course, at 5.3 early this morning. Nothing else popping up there for now. Look at the earthquake 3D globe here. See where most of our cluttering is going on. Well, this newer activity could put the strain up here on the North American plate, potentially. But we'll have to watch down here across the southern end of the Caribbean plate as well. We'll see where that pressure transfer moves off to. Not a whole lot going on in New Zealand as far as any larger activity. Still some movement up here around the Vanuatu area northward. Getting a little bit of clustering around the Santa Cruz Islands area. It is making its way up the plate boundary here with the latest quake. 5.0 coming in just about an hour or a couple hours ago. As far as the rest of the globe goes here, man, quite active over here across the Africa area. A lot of movement across some of the rift boundaries out here in the last couple days. More active than normal. Yeah, way active out here across Ethiopia. The latest quake of 4.9 here in the Zimbabwe area. Some movement out in the Atlantic Ocean here as well, around the Carlsberg Ridge area. Region of the Mediterranean area. A couple earthquakes this morning as well around Crete. 4.5 and a 5.2 out there. Aside from that, the Atlantic Ocean, pretty darn quiet. Not seeing anything major going on out there. Space weather activity on this Sunday evening, fairly minimal. Looks like a little bit of flaring going on here from afar. Well, the western limb out here showing a little bit of sunspot activity with a minor sea flare. But there's a huge active region out here on the northeastern limb of the sun that we're watching that's thrown off some large CMEs here in the last couple days. Excuse me. And that's set to come around the bend. I don't know why it always stirs up when I put the microphone right in front of my face here. It's just, you don't have any cough, and then I put the microphone right here. Cough, cough, cough. What's going on? So we'll watch this area out here. Pretty active. I think when that comes into view, we'll really see the chances there of some stronger flares kick up as we head into the week here. Overall threat, 10% chance for the X flare, M flare at 65, C flare around 99% chance, and still seeing some proton events out there across the southern area of the polar regions. No major roars there in the forecast, folks, for now. One rainmaker out here across the west coast, getting set to move out of here. Another one behind that, a little bit stronger, set to bring ample moisture out here across the coast range. Look at that, impressive rainfall rates out across that area. Crescent City, Fort Bragg area, Eureka, all getting the fire hose put on them there. Minimal, well, we should pick up a little bit of rain here in the valley, but that's mostly a coastal event. Some snow up in the mountains as well. Another storm system behind that, and looks like another one as we head into the end of the year. Things start to change, though, right around January 1st. We get this little Arctic blast here from Canada swinging down into a lot of the lower states here. We'll have to see how this plays out, but there's a lot of blue on the map, meaning a lot of cold air and a lot of snow potential out here in these some of these states. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. Let's see here. See what we got outside of Las Vegas here. Getting a little bit of swarming out here off 95. That is kind of looks like that's in that area that had seen some swarming here a couple months back, right about the time Southern California started to kick up in terms of earthquake activity. Southern California right now, not too much going on here. 3.6 outside the Ridgecrest area earlier this morning. 3.1 there in Pinnacles as well. I mean, things are starting to kick up a little bit along the creeping segment, inland as well, but no major activity here yet. I guess it's something we'll keep an eye on. New Madrid seismic zone, one earthquake here from earlier this evening, 2.2. A couple other earthquakes out there around some various oil fields. Trying to think, Santiago de Cuba, populated area out here. Looks like that earthquake coming in sits fairly decent distance here, maybe about 35 miles or so to the southwest. But we'll continue to keep an eye on this area. Again, it's a major player in producing some large earthquakes. Looks like the Caribbean plate here, little small plate, is getting squeezed. So we'll keep an eye here for some elevated activity in the coming hours and days here. All right, I'm out here, folks. Have yourself a good Sunday night. Catch you guys back out here for the Monday morning update. Monday's, right around the corner here. So got a lot going on this week. A lot of holiday events going on. So just got to be safe out there. Have a good one. We'll see you guys back out here in the morning. Take care.